Say again?
Alright. Good evening, everybody.
Church.
So we are setting up
Yeah,
here
there you go.
for
Aren't you
1-3
with,
squad training. Right now the guys are just kind of getting mods and stuff like that squared away. Since an update just went out today. So guys are taking care of all that shit.
Chan, no? Yes?
5-0.
Gur-chan, okay, fine.
You had best unfuck yourself, or I will
Oh, I
unscrew
get
your
it.
head and shit down your
Yeah.
neck.
Oh, I spy
Much
with my
better.
little eye, something topsies.
Yeah, I see the night vision goggles as well.
No, damn it!
I'm
ruined-
supposed to
Oh,
tell
that's
him.
what he was. Okay.
No,
All
we're
right.
supposed to just wait and see if he figures it
No.
out.
I'm responsible.
You need to put
Well,
those
that's
down.
the next best answer, Price. So good job.
You need to swap those night vision goggles with the 14 variant and then put them in your bag because it's daytime.
Need to do what?
Come with me. You need to swap those night vision goggles with the 14.
Always one.
Oh, I got you.
And then put them in your bag because it's daytime.
Are we all set? This is Alpha White 1.
Hey, firm.
That's good.
Price, who is carrying CLS and Bravo?
Don't forget your eye, pro.
You.
Bateman, you and Alpha?
Don't fucking you me.
Yeah.
Hold on. Just sit down.
Basically just observing.
Arch,
Grab
sit.
my
sit.
do you think
Baby,
Yeah,
you're
I have
my
it on
bitch?
me.
What?
Darby should be.
Good. How we looking?
Okay, sure. Well, for me, sorry, for now.
I smell the sweaty fucking eyebrows from here.
Martin Krzyzewski, Team 1.
Oh shit, we got Assault with the 25-month resub. Thank you very much, brother.
I'll give it to you.
You are definitely one of the longest supporters. I think there's 2 or 3 of you guys that are at 25 months now. Really appreciate it, man.
Arch, you good?
Yeah, buddy teams.
No, you're gonna be with me and Brewer with Gertchen.
You had best
And two
unfuck
ICs.
yourself,
Scoring
or I
stations
will
there, then.
unscrew your head and shit down your neck.
Gertchen, you set?
Yeah, I'm getting up. I'm getting there. Give me just a second.
Alright, you're gonna be 2 IC as well.
Oh, he must not like you. Make the guy that just came out of reserves go 2 IC.
I may not have known that, though I should have
We'll
figured it
roll
out
with
by
it.
now.
Whatever you want, either way.
Who's carrying CLS?
Arches.
Yeah, we're all fucked.
Yeah, what?
Yes, the
Do you-
medic carrying CLS. The world is going to end.
Yes.
Do you want it?
Fuck no, I don't want it. I got a goddamn machine gun. I'd rather shoot stuff.
We're
You can put
price
more
for
sticks in it.
112.3, right? Or 113.2.
There you go. Little dyslexic, but you got there in the end.
Your line's all messed up, Sergeant Arch.
Oh shit, we got
Alright, what's- how we
Heckman
feeling
with 6
tonight?
months as well. You are indeed a good boy.
Very good.
Heard very good. A grunt and groggy. That. Yeah, that works.
And I believe
Yeah, I'm.
we're not really going to be doing a whole lot at the start here.
let's
Guys,
see.
O'Connell
So,
has some different
Tonight we're going to be working kind of on what
kind
we
of sand
did
table stuff set up
last
for him
week a little bit.
here at the start. So
Last
it's
week,
not going
a
to
lot
be
of you guys
super
weren't
action
here,
packed or anything
remember
like that
we
here
went
at the
over,
beginning, especially.
2 ICs, things like that. Everybody got a chance to be a team leader. It was pretty effective. I feel like we knocked out a lot of shit, and we got a lot done. Tonight we're doing a similar thing, but we're scaling it up. We're scaling it to the squad level, so we're gonna have both fire teams going. A couple of you
Why are
guys that
people
haven't been
messaging
in
me?
the hot seat as a squad leader before are going to be squad leading, and it's gonna be pretty intense. So,
Did you just say people that haven't been in the hot seat before are going to be squad leading?
yeah, I know. I realize for certain the irony of saying that while standing next to Sergeant Clark.
Okay, just making sure.
Never done this before.
You're
His
intense.
very first time. So hopefully you guys, special surprise, Private Wang, you guys will sort of see how Sergeant Clark does things and get a feel for it. And then I'll probably have I'll toss a coin, see who goes first, and then the next one will have to go. That's my evil plan. I'm sticking to it. Before that, however, I do want to take a quick look at mines because we have encountered quite a few mines in this particular deployment, and
To be fair, he was never really good at it. Yeah.
yeah.
See,
Let's
that's
get
why
to
you
it.
need to be here, so you
Go
can tell him
ahead,
that.
1-3, and take your squads through the pole to, or the pole that's on the helipad over there, to mines. It's got an exclamation point because it's fucking terrifying.
Oh boy.
Alright, you got him.
Let's go watch some guys get blown up. See if we can do long range here.
We're taking this beautiful pole.
Aha! Super long range today. Is it wrong that I don't want to move?
No, you're right. So the pinging that you gentlemen
It's-
are hearing
Well, that's
is a
disconcerting.
training mine.
Oh, there it is.
So if everybody wants
That's
to,
Right ass.
Training mine.
Well, it's a training. You got to be able to see the damn thing.
yeah, it's bright fucking orange.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Yeah. So everybody's got a mine detector on them, right? Just making sure. So if you press
Yeah, exactly,
right
Hardman.
bracket twice, it's like above your not parentheses, your quotation mark and shit. If you press that twice, you'll actually see a representation of where the mine is in relation to you, to your facing. So if I'm looking straight at it, that mine shows pretty close to the edge, directly on top of the screen. And that range is about 15 meters out, so I know that mine is within 15 meters, which is pretty spooky, because that's about how far they blow up. But you can get closer, get a little bit closer.
And
Some
before he
mines
blows up,
you can walk right up to.
Copy.
bang.
And
It's gone.
it's gone. They should have a little flag that goes up that says boom, but that is not the case in this particular situation.
I don't believe our training mines are made by Acme.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, yes.
All right. So, does anybody have any questions about the mine detector and how that works? Before we, that was it for this part of it. Yes. I am going to show you a more practical demonstration with, practical things.
Hey, Hoff, what's
But does
going on,
anybody
bud?
have any questions before we move to that?
Negative, Sergeant.
All right. Awesome. In that case, go ahead and get behind the HESCO barriers. Go ahead and pop into third person and take a knee. You're gonna want to
Oh, God.
make sure you're not going to die.
Oh god, somebody let that chakra guy in here.
My side. My side.
This is where Darwin's going to
behind this barrier.
Alright.
Right, so I want to make sure everybody can still hear me. Real quick.
Kill the one with the beard.
I'm just gonna hop into one of these fine gentlemen over here and have him go for a little walk. You're going to see what happens.
McDonald.
Yeah. You're going to see what happens when a Aper's bounding mine. That's what the guys we're fighting against, the elite guard, have been using in operations in FATA.
That's
So
the
we're
first
gonna
time I've
see
heard
what
it
they can
pronounced
actually
FATA.
do to a fire team size element. Especially if the spacing isn't right.
Oh, this will be slaughter.
Does this count as human abuse?
When he dies, we go Lord of the Flies.
Yeah,
Who's piggy?
that was a good book.
No, Hardman, I didn't mean that. I've just always heard guys pronounce it as FATA, not FATA.
Oh my god.
I still
Sharp A, not long.
Attempt on 4 of those last stop.
I forgot to put my earplugs in.
Doesn't look that bad.
It's just bandaging himself.
doesn't look that. Oh, no.
You were saying?
That was Green one, I think.
Unless you're the fucking Black Knight, that's more than a flesh wound.
All right. It's relatively safe now. Let's go. There's no mines out there. That was the only two.
Sure.
Let's go have a look at this.
Can you put one on the road for us later so we can actually see what they look like?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I'll show you what they look like. You're not gonna want to go anywhere fucking near it, though.
I know, but if I get close enough to see it, at least I'll see it.
You're in a team with me.
I'll tell you this now, if you're close enough to see the fucking thing, you're probably already dead.
Yeah. Alright, so when the fellow
No, Hardman, I absolutely love this stuff as well. Like, especially after mod updates and stuff, I love when squads go in and have a, classroom at the beginning going over, stuff that's changed, or, just getting familiarized with things that maybe they haven't familiarized themselves with in a while or at all. That kind of stuff is very underrated. Granted, the mines and mine detectors aren't necessarily something that came with the mod update, but as he said, we've been facing minefields and stuff more and more recently, so it's important that all these guys are up to speed on, how effective they are and how to try and avoid them and so on.
You guys were there, and what did we do? We pulled back out of it. We found somewhere else to go, and we still had problems because there were explosives sort of littered throughout the AO. But if at all possible, you need to avoid minefields. Now, Sergeant Munson 1-2, was it, that had to kind of clear through a minefield for an objective this past weekend? Yeah. Now, how did like lobbing HE and stuff into the area seem to work for you?
Not good. Wouldn't recommend it. Probably shouldn't do it, to be honest.
It's like trades one explosion for a slightly larger explosion.
Right. I mean,
yeah.
I do honestly want to maybe touch on that with platoon leadership and just see if we can not do that in the future, but...
Right. I think there's some under the hood stuff that we can save for higher powers to deal with, but yeah, so like I said, if at all possible, avoid minefields and explosives, right? If you find one, like if you were so unfortunate as to find one, you put red X's down just like when you're setting demo. So everybody knows where they are. You send it up your chain of command.
Oh, that's from the guys that just blew up. I seen blood on the ground. I was like, how the fuck is somebody bleeding?
At least. Probably in the past couple of months. Now, like I was talking with Sergeant Munson here, you can shoot them. You can use HE to set them off and, make them not as much of a problem. But that is extraordinarily dangerous, and you really, really shouldn't do it. Because it's more likely to hurt you than backing off and going a different direction is. Right. Any questions on this section here?
Negative, Sergeant.
Negative, Sergeant.
Any comments? I know some people are here a little bit more experienced with this sort of stuff than I am, so.
I guess I have a question for all of you guys, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead, First Sergeant.
Can anybody tell me kind of, I guess, what I would consider the common sense steps to take, but anybody have any idea of what you do once you encounter the minefield and you go to back away from it, kind of the steps from there? You're in an area with mines.
Retrace your steps.
Step out. Yeah.
All right, so retrace your steps. What next?
Mark it.
Mark it. All right, so what next?
Call it up.
Okay, we call it up. What next?
Avoid it like many meters around.
Okay, we definitely want to avoid it. How are we going to do that?
Get the mine detector up.
All right, so get the mine detector out. Where are we going to put it?
We're gonna try to flank around it, basically. Oh yeah, point man.
Yeah, your mine detector should be in front of your formation. Though.
Right, so we're going to put the mine detector out front on point. How are we going to move?
In single file
line.
File. All right, get everybody into a file. Try and get, you know, roughly 10, 15 meter spacing, right? Maybe a little bit more if you can. But get into that file, get that guy up front with the mine detector until you believe you're well clear of the area. All right, so is everybody clear on those steps to take from step 1 all the way to the end to get out of that fucking area?
Yes.
Yes, for sure.
All right. Everybody understand the importance of those steps and why we do them basically in that order in the way that we do.
Yes, for Serge.
Oh,
All right. That's all I got then.
copy that, First Sergeant. Thank you. All right. So, now that we've got that sand table taken care of, and it seems like everybody's here. Darby made it in. Awesome. Let's head back to the flag real quick. And I'm going to talk you through your first exercise. Okay, don't go through. We're just going to have a quick knee and look at the map.
See how far we can get it. Get it from here? I don't think so. I think this is a little too far.
So, everybody go ahead and open up your maps.
Oh shit, he's actually talking about important shit.
071060, the town of Houdan. Or Howden, depending on how you're feeling that day. So this is the first of the 2 objectives that I've got set out for us. You will be inserting at insert alpha. It's just a little bit to the southwest.
He said insert.
Of the objective area. You've got a little bit of cover, some trees, stuff like that. It's got a fair number of enemies in there. No civilian presence, so you're cleared on HE, but obviously try and use your discretion. It is a town after all, so don't just flatten the whole fucking place because you want to.
Aww.
Around here, there's I think a command compound, little depot of sorts. So find it, clear out the bad guys. These are IRA soldiers, I believe. So they're not super well armored, super well trained, but they will put up a pretty good fight. Does anybody have any questions or comments about it?
Negative.
Yeah, this is a very cut and dry sort of thing. Team leaders, remember, at the end of the day, you guys.
How's life treatment today? I am
really
living the dream.
Really working your brains into
although my coffee's
Sergeant Clark's
about half gone, so that could be a problem.
Pretty much keep you on task and keep the rest of the squad or the rest of the platoon informed of what he's doing, and keep you guys informed what the other elements in the platoon are doing. That's most relevant to y'all team leaders. So just, really focus down. You'll be fine. Keep your comms good, concise, and clear.
Are you training or getting trained? I guess a little bit of both. I'm not necessarily getting trained in the sense of learning new things, but it's always nice to fill in for trainings and keep yourself fresh and sharp on things.
Yeah, just go ahead and get through.
I can load here.
What about everybody's mine detector, Sergeant?
Oh shit. Yeah, drop them. Yeah, drop them when you get through.
Alpha Bravo. You guys get through Objective Alpha. Everyone drop the mine detectors.
True. You can always learn new things. That make you a condescending butthole?
Yeah, thank you.
Where's on deck?
Roger.
I'm gonna push out to this rock wall to the west.
All right.
Copy.
On your right.
Copy.
Urchin, you good?
Yeah, he is, but he's off console.
Who the fuck just said that?
That was.
That Arch.
I will PT you all until you fucking die!
I see you don't plan on shooting anything today.
Alright, not at this present moment.
Talking to the other one.
Follow Bravo, they're taking us out.
Bravo, we are going to start moving northeast.
They're going northeast.
Roger, standing by to move.
Alright, let's go.
Wedge strong left.
Roger, move northeast.
Disregard that northeast, we're heading for this foliage.
Roger, out on your left.
Gretchen, where are you at?
Right here behind Brewer.
Copy that. When you get a chance, switch your team color to blue.
I am blue. Over.
Brewer? Okay.
Just do it again.
Roger that.
Just north.
Roger, turn north.
Just north.
Got eyes on the village about our 1 o'clock. There are armed personnel. I'd push up here towards these rocks.
Copy. Take you to a crouch. Hold.
Holding. Got a PK.
Alright, we're returning fire.
A firm, drop the PK in the tower. I got no eyes on movement currently.
Alright, find some cover. Brewer, shift to my right.
Fuck,
Move it.
Brewer, I got bad news.
What?
I forgot your extra ammo.
I'll be alright. I'm on your right.
Alright, I'll be moving too.
We're engaging down the road. I can't see that shit.
I'm trying to make my
Shooter up slope. We got shooters up slope.
Got him.
There's more back behind that defilade moving.
Hey, firm. You want to push up the hill?
I don't know, you're the fucking team leader. Do you want to?
I didn't see how many of them there were.
There was at least a fire team up there. There may be more. I'm unsure.
Right, well then we're pushing towards them. Let's throw. I'm gonna throw smoke.
Roger, I'll continue to cover until you tell us to move.
Roger, stand by. Get set.
Arch, you're out there by yourself.
Hey, firm, this tree is all I got.
Right, let's go.
Pull back to me, Arch. Pull back to me. I got you covered.
Copy, moving.
Just peel behind me. Keep following them.
Yep, Gresham with me.
Moving.
Get a grenade up there.
Ron, you.
He shifted left on the tree.
Shifting left.
Contact down.
Arch dropped that shooter that went left. Moving up. Hold 40s.
Holding at this rock. Copy, give me a sit rep.
Where's green?
Watch green. Search green. Roger.
We can probably hold at this down slope here.
Shooters, 065.
Vehicle in the town, technical.
It stopped moving. If you see it, shoot it. Oh, it's moving again. Guys, do we have eyes to cover Alpha if they're moving up there?
Somewhat.
Yeah, I see the intersection. Yeah.
Roger, I'm gonna pull to you. You got better eyes down there.
Alright, find a good spot to get eyes on as much as you can and get ready to cover these guys.
Roger.
Get engaged in that truck. That fucking cocksucker. Truck moved left behind the buildings.
Roger, we'll be on.
Price, just don't move right.
Alley northeast. Roger, I won't move. Gunner down.
The gunner's down.
Nice shot. We're waiting for Alpha to reach the town and we're moving. We're gonna cover the western sector of it.
Roger, I'm gonna throw a new belt in.
Let me know when you need one.
On the east side of town.
That's right. Say again.
Say again your last one, 3.
You asking me to say again?
Negative. We're pushing on Alpha's location. We're going to the east, and then we're gonna move across the road. Actually, up the road.
Roger, I'm moving kind of to your left. We got Alpha at our direct 12.
Copy.
Did they clear that compound on the east side? That fucking roadblock or whatever?
Unknown.
Be advised the technical gunner is down.
Roger, there was at least one shooter in there. That was that first PK that opened up on us.
A-front, the gunner's down.
Copy. We're gonna push north all the way to the end of this fucking foliage.
I hear another vehicle.
Here's another Vic.
I just seen him. He's going to be roughly 004 on the back porch.
Get in cover, move right.
Either somebody dropped him or he's down. Or he moved, I mean.
Alright, get to the wall of these buildings.
Move.
I don't think I hit him, I just suppressed him.
Brewer and Arch, stay the courtyard on the left side or whatever, whoever you're with. The other guy with me on this right one.
Roger. Somebody get in here with me.
We got a shooter there in that building.
From behind us?
No, it's from, it's back behind the buildings, northwest.
Copy. Watch yourself.
Past the buildings that we're at. Watch that shit on my right. We got another truck northwest. Yep, another fucking truck northwest.
Get out.
We can't. Get up against it. I got one down on me.
Coming. Oh, gun. Archer.
Catching up to the territory now.
Gunner's down. I'm gonna need Mike in here. You good?
Alright, Arch, back with me.
Urchin, you good?
Might come in to check the Bravo team. You guys good over here?
Good is a relative term. Stay behind this fucking shack. I got a shooter out there north somewhere.
Roger. North or the west side furthest. I'm benching your head. Gerchan.
Roger.
Who was that other person that just ran over here? Cover that northwest.
It was 1-3.
Mike is working on him right now.
Copy.
Morphine too.
No, I'll be alright.
Okay. You're good then.
You lucky cocksucker. Hey, relay to fucking Alpha. I just had an RPG gunner running direct north in between the blue building and the fucking garage.
Copy.
Like direct north of your guys' pause. That next compound. He moved in between those two buildings.
Copy.
Yo, I got a guy in a window, I think, over here in this red building with the green door.
I got nothing. Go for one.
Second story?
Yep, second story with the balcony. There's a dead guy
Bro, you good
outside. Pretty sure I see
Yeah, I see him in the window.
Yep, there he is.
A firm, standby. The building Alpha's on. There's a shooter in the second story. He's going to be in the north end of the building, second story. Alpha's on that building right now.
Copy.
Alright, we gotta fucking move. Alright, we're pushing over to you guys.
Copy.
We had no shooters in this compound that engaged us. I'm pretty sure that fire that was coming northwest was that fucking gun truck with the 50.
Roger, then we should pass to the blue compound.
Roger. Gonna set up on the wall here.
Alright, let's use that breach next to you.
Alright, going left. Go.
Move it.
This compound is the one that RPG gunner ran through.
I heard he was killed.
Roger.
Alpha found a military encampment.
Yeah, it's on the northeast end of town.
Roger. They might have a PKM or something in there.
First story of this building looks clear. I'm gonna push out front and hold security.
Copy. Let's take the second story whenever you're ready.
You guys go ahead and push in and clear it. I'll hold outer security.
Alright, I'm with Gretchen. Let's go.
Hey, cover my left. I got across the street that way.
Building is clear, coming up.
Roger, we got shooters down the street. Negative, no eyes, just audible north directly down the street, probably one or two buildings down.
I'm going to the left of this
Copy.
squad.
I also dropped one over on Alpha's side.
Yeah, he's we got
Yellow
contact
building
down
down
the
the
street.
street, right side, outside on the patio. Shooter.
Copy.
I will PT you all until you fucking die!
We can push if need be.
He's down.
Alright, let's consolidate on the left side of this garage and cross the street on our sector.
You guys can cross from the left, I'll cover it from the right.
Say again, last bro.
Said you guys can cross on the left side of the garage, I'll cover it from the right side here.
Alright, we're getting ready to cross. Gretchen, get over here.
Moving.
I'm getting the corner to the northeast.
Alright, we're crossing. We got friendlies on the other side, so let's go.
Moving.
get inside this compound.
Alright, let's see, that looks clear.
Pushing past. Holding security.
Stand by. It's just south of the church.
Are you talking about the house I was telling you about?
Yeah, it's fine.
It's right next to
We're online with Alpha.
Let's go.
I'm gonna push to the end of this courtyard and cover the street.
Copy. Make sure you're not exposed.
I got
Is
the west.
rear two-story clear?
Oh, who's calling out for me?
Negative.
Alright, Archie, let's get this then.
No, neither of these. Oh, okay.
Are we supposed to be clearing every building?
Well, we know we're looking for some sort of military encampment, even though I believe we found it already.
Roger.
Who knows? Maybe they have more.
Alpha is pushed up to the church.
I got nothing to the right. Going right. Clear.
Alright, we're coming back down.
Nope, no eyes.
Building on the other side of this wall. Alright, going left. Window here.
Roger. Just hold security on it for now.
Let's get to the next compound.
Balcony's clear. Oh, I see a barrel.
Roger.
Building northwest. Window.
Munson, can you hit him from there?
In our compound.
Negative. It's the next building up. Alpha's hitting him right now.
Copy. Let's reach this compound here.
Roger, I got it. I gotta throw a frag into this fucking window. Don't engage, just stay off the fucking wall. Frag out. Good frag, I'm gonna push in immediately.
Hold on.
I'm also in. I'm also in.
You on the back?
Yep.
He's gonna be right here on the left. I'm popping the door.
Alright.
Alright, I'm out.
Ooh. He looks like he's smoking. He's
All right.
dead on the left.
Going left, go.
Going.
Clear.
Copy.
Rally up on the church, everyone.
Roger, we pause.
Apparently we're paused, yeah.
That was some nice teamwork with Alpha there.
Oh, what the hell's Alpha? Jesus. I feel like an old man now.
God damn it, I forgot to hit record.
Alright, how's everybody feeling?
Ooh,
Good.
Pretty good.
I will tell you right now, I feel like I had a lot harder time sneaking anything in behind you than I have in the past. So good job keeping that 360 up. However, there is something that I did notice that seems to be a consistent issue going forward. It's the only thing I'm going to address before turning it over to the others, and I'll come around to my final comments after that. But I really just feel like it needs to be fucking hammered in. A lot of the times I was getting several shots at people before they would react or before they would take cover. Obviously, you know, I can't force you guys to value your lives, but please value your lives.
What game mode
they're
is
kind of
this?
important.
I guess
Anyway,
technically co-op. I'm not
listen,
really.
You know, when you see something,
Never really been asked to
winging past your
quantify
head,
it into
like
a
bullet
type of or
lands
a
in
game
front of your
mode.
face, something like that. The first thing you should be doing is getting to cover. You know, grab a little bit of defilade, go prone if that's all you have available to you. Find a rock, find a tree, just get out of there. That's a real quick way to get fucking schwacked if you don't. Alright? Is everybody tracking on that?
Roger, sir.
Understood.
Yes, tons and tons
Alright,
of enemies.
so just wanted to get that PSA taken care of. Sergeant Clark, go ahead with your comments.
The one main thing I have, it's mainly for the team leaders, is the ability to multitask. I understand when you're in contact, the radio's kind of a nuisance, but just keep up with the communication even while still in contact. There's a couple times we trying to
Yeah,
tell you
this
guys
is
stuff.
training, but I mean, we're
Alpha Bravo
still,
try to communicate with each
it's
other,
still live fire.
and
We're
because of all the
still
contact,
engaging enemies.
things were getting, I guess, just passed through without noticing. So just keep your ears on the radio and make sure you're calling up your contact reports. Other than that, I think things are going pretty smooth. Just remember what buildings you take contact from. That way you can clear them. I know, not to throw you under the bus, Alpha, but we took contact from this pink building next to us in the beginning, and you guys are just going to run right past it without clearing it. Just remember, if you do take contact from building, clear it out. That's all I got.
Certainly.
Yeah, and anytime you're in doubt, clear it. You know, I for one do tend to groan a bit when we hear, you know, clear every building in an AO, but honestly, you know, if you feel like you need to do that,
Just clearing every
there's
building
probably a
fucking
reason
sucks.
for it. Just like you said, take note of the ones you're taking contact from, so you don't have to do that. But if you hear, hey, has this been cleared yet? The answer is almost always no. Go ahead and clear it again. You know, go ahead, send a buddy team in or whatever element's appropriate in and clear it. If somebody is not sure it has been cleared, clear it. Even again. You know, even if it's again. Alright, Alpha Fire Team Leader, be Private Huang.
No, excuse me, no comments, Sergeant.
Alright, Specialist Price, comments.
Yes, thank you. No comments.
Alright, give me 1 second. I'm going to grab us an arsenal.
Playing Price, do you guys feel comfortable taking team leads if you have to?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
That was a question? Yeah, sure.
Right, excellent. Yeah, I think you'd both be perfectly fine. Just take a little adjustment. Alright, Sergeant Munson, your comment?
Thank you, Sergeant O'Connell. From my perspective in Alpha, it seemed like that first military compound, we kind of ignored it a little bit at first. Like we returned fire, thankfully, but we didn't react to it, I think, appropriately. It was kind of ham-fisted the way we did it. When we did respond to it, we were already 50-ish meters ahead of the compound, and we kind of backtracked and hit it with just a buddy.
Is he talking about that first compound that
did it, but
engaged us at the start there?
I didn't feel safe or covered out there, so I just feel like the coordination, which you kind of mentioned earlier, the coordination was a little bit off, among some other minor things. But don't be sorry, man. Just you know, learn and absorb what you can and get better. That's all you can do.
Oh, I don't think I can hear Krzyzewski, unfortunately.
Oh, he's talking. He's just...
Yeah, I'm starting to lose internet. Storms reached my area.
Copy. Hang in best you can. Alright, thank you, Sergeant Munson. First Sergeant Brewer, do you have anything for the class?
Yeah, I mean, overall, it was pretty good. You guys moved at a pretty high fucking clip, maybe a little bit quicker than what even I would have wanted to. That being said, you guys were fairly aggressive when you needed to be aggressive. The one thing I do want to point out in terms of communication, cohesion, however the fuck you want to look at it, was this final engagement we just had right here where, Munson, where were you? Somewhere like up on this balcony or on this corner somewhere or out in the street?
Yeah, on that balcony right there.
Okay. I knew he was on my right. I heard him yelling across that, hey, there's a shooter in that fucking building across the street, so on and so forth. And I believe Gertchen also seen his barrel from over there. But we were protected. We were in cover. He wasn't engaging us. He couldn't engage us from where he was, so we were holding while our guys finished clearing the building back behind us. Once they were clear, we were able to push up. Sergeant Munson started putting suppressing fire on him. Couldn't accurately engage him, but he could at least keep his head down. And then he yelled down to me, hey, put a frag in that left window, closest left window. So I knew there's a shooter in there. So I just popped out, tossed a frag in the fucking window, and then we went in and cleared it. Of course, the frag ended up killing him. But Munson's not in Bravo. He's not in my team, but he was still looking out for us. You know, he yelled across to me that he was engaging the guy. He couldn't accurately engage him, but I could put a frag in the window. So because of that, I didn't have to put myself in any real danger, because I could pop out somewhat in front of the window. If the guy had popped up to engage me, Munson would have dropped him. So I was protected to be able to throw that frag in there, and of course the frag got the job done. So that's one of those examples of just little things where, despite it being the other fire team, it's still your squad. You still want to look out for them. You still want to help them out. And don't be afraid to just yell across to somebody, hey, fucking do this, or I'm doing this, or you're covered, or whatever. All right, everybody tracking on that?
Cool.
Roger, First Sergeant.
All right, that's all I got.
Thank you, First Sergeant. Sergeant Bateman, you didn't happen to notice anything when you were running with the Alpha, did you?
Nothing that hasn't already been covered.
Munson keeps saying
that.
safe over and over.
All right, cool.
He's trying to drive home that he's being the safe guy.
Specialist Price, since you've been out of the saddle a little bit more than the others, I want you to get some more practice with this tonight or this afternoon. And then Krashevsky, with your comms malfunction, I think it's probably best you sort of chill. So Private Darby, I want you and Private Huang to switch places. And go ahead and go to the arsenal, the rest of you. Right there. Get your reloads.
He's the OSHA NCO. All right, that one's pretty good, Zonite.
Areas, right?
Hey, Firm.
Did you see that dude I was trying to 40 kind of over here somewhere?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Me and Bateman, I fucking lobbed like 4 of them on that motherfucker's head, and I'm like, he's not going down.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, NorCal, what's going on, brother?
I kept fucking peeking this fucking tree I was on. He kept lobbing a 40 out there. But I just want to know if I actually hit him or if I was terrible.
How long do
I was probably somewhere else.
How long do we got until we start the next exercise?
Just a couple of minutes. I'm letting them get squared away. We're gonna go over it real quick and then hop into it.
Okay, I guess I should ask, do I have enough time to refresh my coffee before we start the next exercise? Otherwise, I may kill someone.
Yeah, go ahead. First Sergeant, you got plenty of time.
I'm just fucking with you. Go ahead and start it if you need to start it. I'll let you know if I'm a little late. You can tech me in.
Okay.
All right, guys. Give me just a minute. I got to refresh my coffee real quick. I will be right back.
Get your guys squared back away, line back up once you have all your loads.
Off Bravo, when you guys get all geared up, line back up in front of the church.
Okay.
All right, I'm off comms. I'll be right back.
Yeah, fair.
Do we get a briefing on this new objective?
Yes.
Now I'm going to pop you in totally blind in the middle of a firefight.
Oh, perfect. Just the way I like it.
That'd be
Wouldn't
so
be the first time.
me, but I would do
Here,
it.
let me make sure my gun's on full auto.
Alright, you want your stock, just line up here for the church.
Yeah.
So this is what it's like to be a squad leader, huh?
I know, it's your first time, isn't it?
It's a foreign concept.
Never done this before.
Yeah.
Well, first step is getting out of the well. You've done that. Anything is possible.
Yep, did that a while ago.
All right. So, yeah.
Munson.
Let me know when you guys are squared away.
I should say.
We'll start looking at it.
Bravo set.
Military compound. I thought maybe you would need some support. So,
Bravo set.
Oh, maybe this is not the best time.
Back on comms.
Darby, you on
Wait.
the radio yet?
Paper.
Okay, do a radio check on 113.
Radio
All
check,
right, we
this
are
is Alpha
back.
radio check.
One of these days I'll move my coffee machine in my office. Yeah, that would be awesome if there wasn't multiple people in my house that drink coffee. Maybe I should just buy a fucking another one.
Oh, yeah, you're supposed to be using softpack, by the way.
Bravo, get lined up in an orderly fashion.
Alright, stack. Make the beautiful lines that we did.
Oh, PTUO until you fucking die!
Red. No.
Should you bring? I know protocol is
Is your coffee
It
ready?
help me keep track of you though.
Ready? Yeah, that shit's been done for a while. Had to get a fresh cup.
No, alright.
Oh shit. Yeah, I gotta get my
Got off of work, trying to catch up on 0619 Task Force Bravo. That was a, it was a good one, man. It was a hell of a fucking fight.
1-3, go ahead and
I know.
get in your PCC lines in front of me.
Where is
this? Is
Perky?
such a giant clusterfuck right now, and it's driving me insane.
Thank you,
We
could play musical chairs.
Let's have a look at this. Alright. Everybody go ahead and open your maps up. Alright. Go to 116.
About 2/3 of the way through. Yeah, wait until the fucking end, man.
You should see Objective Bravo. It's a little like compound. On an
Oh,
island.
no, I knew it was only going to
Cool.
take me a minute. There's a fresh pot of coffee I
So in this
made
case,
just before
we're
training
dealing with a
started.
mixture of IRA and
I just had to run up there and toss it in my cup, throw some creamer in it.
insurgents. So they've been working together. They've got some heavier vehicles, BTR, some more technical, or excuse me, gun trucks, not technicals.
Thank you.
Yeah. By the way, that's one of the things I wanted to hit real quick.
Yeah, you're back.
In the heat
Why,
of the
thank
moment,
you.
it is what it is. But you know, the better the description, the better the reaction. So remember, you know, a Land Rover that has a built-in gun mounting is a gun truck. A shitty Nissan with an M2 slapped on it, that's a technical. Easy way to remember it. If it looks like it's meant to have that gun, gun truck. Doesn't, techie.
So you're
It looks
just shitting
poor,
on Nissans.
technical. It looks rich.
Yeah.
Gun truck.
Yeah, one's Gucci, 1.8. Alright, so...
I'll make
moving
sure
on.
to add that to the vehicle PID course.
Yep.
Alright, so if you look here, this one is not super heavily fortified. However, there's a lot of open places, and there's it could get really nasty if you're not good with your maneuvering, good with your smokes. Yes, there's woods, but they're still well within the view of everything they have to offer. Also, there are mines in the AO. You know, so use that mine detector. Just be aware. I didn't put them anywhere too hampering, but they are there. This is a military site, so you're totally clear on HE. Don't worry about anything. And that's more or less it.
What's the mission?
The mission is to go in and clear it out. It's a smash. You know, just get in and smash it.
I'll grab the mine detector.
Yeah, grab the mine. What else was I gonna say? Oh, that's pretty much it. Any comments, questions, or concerns?
Nope.
Negative.
Private Darby. Go ahead with your question.
Thank you, Sergeant. As team lead, am I allowed to carry a mine detector?
It's really up to you, or it's up to the squad leader where he wants his mine detector. If he wants it with one of his teams, yes. If he wants it on his person, then it's on his person. So, Sergeant Clark, if you want to give it to one of your team leaders, you're perfectly welcome to.
Either you guys really want it. Of course, Price wants it.
He's already a glorified mine detector.
I mean, he really is.
Thank you.
Alright, here you go.
Excuse me, I believe that would be me. I hit like 4 mines. Thanks.
Congratulations, you're in preschool compared to Sergeant Clark.
2 mics.
Did you have somebody go off for 2 mics? That's
Yep.
fine. All right.
Starting or ending? Kind of midway, I guess, Mike.
Teleport him through. The rest of you fine gentlemen go through.
The fuck did you call me?
A fine gentleman.
Definitely not a gentleman.
Good blue-collared working men. There we go.
I'll allow it.
Excellent. I live another day then. All right. Go through to Objective Bravo. Go ahead and get up security, and we can get started.
Do Objective Bravo.
Hey, man, are you also noticing, again, I don't know if it's just me, are you noticing, like, it muffles when
Yes.
like, something,
Yes.
Like a fucking person standing in the way. I just notice his muffled.
Who's in?
Take the eastern side.
Roger.
Go southeast.
Yeah, we're in southeast. Hopefully the stream isn't pixelating too bad, because I forgot to hit record, so I'm going to have to just port this over from Twitch for YouTube, because I'm a dumbass, and I don't want to start recording in the middle. It's like shit, good, that's what I'm going for.
Move up to you guys.
Get ready to move.
Is my grenadier, by the way?
Anybody move?
Alright, we're heading east. I'm on point.
Roger, moving east.
Alright. We're gonna be moving east when Bravo moves up.
I'm out on the right.
Strong wedge left.
Looks like we have a power station up here.
Eyes on.
We shift right, we should be able to remain in defilade of anything out there to the northeast.
That's the idea. Gretchen, where you at?
He's next to me.
Arch, where you at?
Right behind you.
I'm missing one of you. I'm missing one of you on the dagger, that's why.
I see him.
Yeah, well, I see 4 blue right here.
Yeah, my dagger must have taken a bullet. Or it's just cheap.
You were drinking before we left, weren't you?
God damn it. We got a compound right ahead.
Yeah, if you hold, I can kind of pie it from out here.
Do that.
I got nothing from the left.
Yeah, it looks deserted.
Yeah, nothing in the shack or in the building.
Alright, let's go. Stand by.
Holding.
2 squad size elements bearing 057.
Roger. It's going to be right in front of us here.
What was the distance on that?
It's a team size, and I'm not getting a distance yet.
Roger. We're going to be in a
300.
we're going to be in a better position if we push up 75 meters here to our northeast. We got a little dip we can drop into and use the defilade.
Copy to our northeast. Take us out.
Moving. I'm betting they're going to be on the back side of this fucking defilade. It's back to the fucking west. The hell are they engaging?
No, those are our guys to the west.
Yeah,
They decided to open fire.
Okay. Shooter's direct north, I can hear it. If we push from here, we should be able to flank right into the side of whatever's engaging them.
Alright, maybe it's about time. Let's get on this little ridge line to our north.
Roger, I'm way out on the right, so I'll keep watching the right here as we push up north.
Alright. I got eyes on a bunker to our northeast, but no eyes on these contacts.
Contact 355.
Copy 355.
DK, I'm gonna. He ran behind the bushes direct north.
In a decent position to cover this little valley down in front of us to the northeast.
Copy. Targets appear to be eliminated. I got eyes on a guy in the barracks at the compound. Should we engage? He doesn't see us. And he's deaf, obviously.
Yeah. You were saying?
Shot close west.
Yeah, I'm moving back beyond cover. It's not west, it's north.
No, I have a guy west, 50 meters. Shoot it down.
Copy.
The
Yeah,
fuck?
I just took down one guy between us and Alpha. We might want to sweep this, or have Alpha push up to us.
They're gonna push up to us, rally on Brewer. We're gonna face north-northeast.
Yeah, roger. That fucker deployed smoke right before he died. Urchin, you got my right?
Alpha has a technical to the north. Or gun truck. I don't know.
Roger, we can't really do shit from here.
We seem to be in a pretty good position, but we don't see the enemies behind that. Definitely to the north. Oh, gun truck. I see gun truck to our direct north. 345.
Yeah, we got smoke in the way over here on the right.
Whoa, it's shooting. Arch is down.
Come on. Come on. Fucking smoke dissipate. They're deploying more smoke in front of us.
Alright, that was my smoke.
Can Alpha fucking break and pull in behind us?
They're maneuvering on the gun truck to its north. Pretty good where we're at right now.
Yeah, except that all this goddamn smoke right off our nose.
I just popped it to patch Arch and drag him out because he was shot. Or are you talking about other smoke? Oh, I see that. No, I see
Yeah.
it.
The ship may be able to push through the smoke westward and pop up in front of you guys.
Roger, I'm ready.
Alright, smoke's clear, I got no movement.
Me either. To the north, it looks clear.
Yeah, it looks like they're engaging roughly 022. But if Alpha can fucking break contact and drop south and peel around behind us, we're gonna be in a pretty good position.
Yeah, they're coming to us.
Roger.
We could leave 1-3 here and move up and then have Alpha rally with them.
5 and 4.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense now.
Wait for Alpha. You guys want to push up together.
Okay.
Right, check your gear, get ready to move once Alpha gets here.
Roger, standing by to move.
Resupply on CLS.
I know, but I need like morphine. I'm in pain, man.
Oh.
Yeah, get around us on our right, and let's push.
Thank you.
Following that line to the compound.
Stop giving me him.
We're gonna get online because Bravo's east and
I'm gonna resupply you too.
Yeah, you pick it up in it.
Oh, Rob, remember there's mines in the area.
Copy.
What are we engaging?
It's got to be out to the northwest. I got no eyes from here. Yep. Backing off the hill. That's fucking HMG.
There is a BTR direct north. What is the range?
If we push northeast here, we might be able to flank that thing. We're just gonna have to be careful.
It's right behind a bloody rock, only the turret's above it, very smartly positioned for some reason. Let's push direct north following the foliage.
Roger, moving. I'm gonna shift off to the right so that I can cover the right.
Good call. Let's keep it at a combat pace from here on out. The BTR's pushing up, apparently.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask if it was moving. Yeah, it's definitely moving towards us. I'm gonna hold short of the crest of this hill. I don't want to give away our position, but I'll keep covering the right.
Yep, hold here because I can see the buildings. Arch, what's your status with the AT?
I got it.
Alright, wait for Alpha to give me the sign. Apparently they're gonna try to hit it. Come here to the edge on the left. We might see it.
Yeah, on you.
Ooh, hello. We do got shooters on the buildings to our direct north.
Hold fire.
Yeah, I'm staying below defilade. I got movement close right.
Copy.
Direct fucking east. They're pushing in from the north.
We also have shooters northwest.
I need somebody over here with me.
Coming. The BTR's cooking. I'm here. I'm right behind you.
Roger, I'm gonna keep moving east here a little bit.
I'm moving to this big rock. You gotta destroy the
Watch your
BTR over there.
watch your north. Watch your north. There's guys on rooftops.
Yep, I see one. Arch.
Yep.
You got that guy on the rooftop right in front of us?
I got a patch on my torso.
Good shot.
I don't know about moving in and amongst these buildings. This may be the fucking minefield. Or not the buildings, but the destroyed vehicles.
It's fine.
PK, I'm gonna down to that rock.
Nice 40. Alright, I'm gonna push up next to you on the left.
Bravo, you're the one remaining AT.
We got a Vic on our east northeast. I don't know what it is. Oh, it's a Land Rover. Yep, right behind the building that you just shot at.
Yeah, it's to the
I got no angle on it from the left side.
Alright, get a smoke screen with that 40 mic and let's push up. I'm gonna stretch out to the right here with the trees, but then we should push for the buildings. Oh, it's shooting.
Has me pinned. I don't see him.
Approaching you up.
Oh, Bravo. They smoke on the compound. Pushing.
Gunner's down on that 50.
If you're up, get a smoke screen.
Yeah, smoke's coming out. I'm muted. Stand by.
Alpha's already pushed on price. Just so you know.
Yeah, I know. Alright, Alpha's already on it, so let's push on the right side of these trees and then straight across the road.
Roger.
Roger, watch your right as you push across.
Alright, I'm gonna be watching right. You watch the cross.
Roger, crossing.
There's just a beautiful ocean here.
Oh, there's some Connex boxes and stuff off to the right there.
Oh, yeah, I see it. Keeping my eyes on them.
Goddamn fucking smoke. Shit.
Is it killing you too?
Fucking fence. Watch my right.
We're on your right, Alpha.
Yeah, I'm going to pound pack me.
Alright, I'm here.
Pushing into this fucking building.
No.
Holding.
Stay on this side.
Going up.
Bravo's got that side.
Can't see shit. Just hold here until the fucking smoke dissipates.
Stay on this side.
Copy.
Alright, we got high ground.
Copy. Keep your gun up there. The rest of you with me. We're moving across the courtyard. Brewer, try to scan those Connex boxes, and if there's no one there, we won't move there.
Yeah, I got nothing.
That gun truck is still to the northwest. Can you check to make sure the driver's dead?
I think it's moving.
The gun truck to the northwest is stationary.
Oh yeah, copy.
It's AK to the west on Alpha. They might have somebody upstairs in that building in the hallway.
I hear you. We're gonna quickly check here and then we'll call it clear.
Roger. I'm watching over top of you.
First floor.
Which side?
Is that something
Mike's
to our
down.
south?
Mike's down.
Yeah, it was fucking somebody on Alpha's building. Mike is down as well as one other, it looks like.
Mike's back
Coming. Yep, good job. They got that building, or do they need help?
I think they're alright. We can only watch this side of it. We can't really see the back side.
Alright, this side's clear.
I think this is Bravo, the eastern side of the compound is clear.
Now they're coming out, so I'm guessing it's clear.
Syrup, all good?
Yep.
Cover out to the southwest.
Condition 4.
Rally in the western compound.
Okay, I was not expecting that to be over that quickly.
The barracks.
Roger.
Yeah, that went a lot faster than I intended it to. I feel like it hit the bases I was going for. I don't remember hearing anything about you guys running into mines. I think you guys almost walked up into where one of the mines was. That fucking radio tower, like just past it to the northeast.
Oh,
was
glad we
pretty
stayed
much
east
where
of
the
it,
minefield
or
started
south of it.
and would kind of go like in that early direction. So I figured you guys would probably end up going this way, but part of what I was trying to do as the OPFOR commander was to sort of harry you guys and maybe try and make you reconsider that.
That was weird though when that smoke popped. My frames dropped incredibly, like way more than what they ever do when smoke is deployed. That was a little weird.
I think everything went pretty well there. The biggest thing I noticed is there was a guy left on the bottom floor, and you bet your ass I was going to take advantage of that. As many of y'all noticed, there was a room that just got left uncleared. These big buildings, they're a challenge because of that. They've got a lot of rooms, a lot of angles you've got to work, and man, you just can't leave any of them. Right? You got to make sure that you check all of these, or somebody's going to pop up behind you. That was the big thing that I noticed that I wanted to bring up before turning it over.
Oh, Hardman, you're about to hear him, because I'm going to ask everybody else if it was the same thing for them, or if it was just a fucking client-side thing.
Clark, I'll let you start off.
I will PT you all until you fucking die!
That was very weird. Normally smoke does not affect frames like that. Not unless there's, you know, fucking 50 smoke grenades out there.
Reiterate it again. It's contact reports. you're taking fire or engaging something, you need to pass it up. Let everyone know on the radio. If you have someone down, that definitely needs to get passed up to Mike. Like Sergeant O'Connell said, make sure every room's clear in the building. On that, I think we moved very well, maneuvered well. That did go a lot quicker than I expected. So, good job.
Hey, Scorpio.
And a lot of this just is communications, and you guys aren't usually team leaders, so it's kind of new to you guys. When both teams are in a compound, make sure you guys are talking to each other and letting each other know what side you're on.
Welcome back, Assault.
What buildings are clear, what ones aren't. That's all I got.
Right, awesome. Yeah, so one thing I have noticed in the past, even in my own time doing it and being around other people doing it, is CQC the place where comms can tend to sag, and it's understandable why. You get busy. You're clearing room to room, building to building, house to house, you know, all that shit. And you're really, really focused. But just like with your security, just like with your engagements, anything else, you don't want to get tunnel vision. You know, you got to remember, especially as a team leader or squad leader, whatever, to make sure that those lines of
Oh shit, Taco's in here. I'm sorry, brother. I didn't even see you were in here.
Factors that go into all
And it's
of
always
this.
Hardman's fault.
And, you know, if your guys don't know what's going on above them, if the people above you don't
Watch for like
know
8
what's
seconds
going
and follow.
above
Right
or
on.
beside,
Well, hopefully
adjacent,
that's
whatever
a
you want to say, you don't
good
know
thing.
what's going on with your guys, and vice versa. There's a lot of really big problems that can come from that. You know, you can get friendly fire, you can get shit getting double cleared, you can do what I did and clear the wrong fucking part of town.
Right on, Taco. How's your
I
Wednesday night going,
misread
brother?
something. You know, that all of that can happen if you're not clearly communicating. You know, so please don't let those comms slack. Overall, though, I was fairly happy with that.
Oh shit, we got
basically
Taco
just
giving us
sort of
subs.
rehashing something that's already been said. Also, whoever threw that frag in the second floor, fucking glorious. Landed right on the machine gunner's face.
Hey, he won gifted subs. Yeah, he's on his way to 100. That's his ultimate
That
goal.
was fucking awesome. All right, Alpha team leader. This Private Darby. Did you notice anything?
Until you fucking die!
Nothing on my side, Sergeant.
Alrighty. Specialist Price. Private team leader.
Thank you, Sergeant. It went fine. At one point when we were engaged out there in the field, I felt like we were a bit too far from Alpha, but at the same time I was content with the idea that we were shooting at the same enemy in the same direction in an open field, and they couldn't get between us, except that one guy that Arch killed.
Yeah, except that one guy that did get between us.
Yeah, I think it went very smoothly.
Yeah, so there was a point there. I noticed it, and I sort of tried to take a little bit of advantage of it, and it didn't really work out.
Oh, believe me, Taco, I know.
But you did get kind of spread out there. Luckily, you had plenty of open lanes of fire you could use, but had that not gone so well, it could have ended catastrophically. So be careful in the future. You know, be careful with that sort of thing. What was the other? I think that was pretty much it on that. For Sergeant Brewer, do you have any comments to bring up?
Why the fuck are you pointing at me? You have fucking leprosy or something? My
I
dick
tried to
out?
touch you. Yeah.
Alright, just a couple of quick things to point out. First, since it's fresh on everybody's mind, that that one asshole that was down here in that first floor that ended up dropping, I believe it was Mike that was out here. Yes, it obviously was a mistake that the room was left uncleared. That's, you know, obviously a mistake that we don't want to have happen again. However, the kind of saving grace in that situation was the fact that while you guys did leave a room unclear, luckily enough, it was the room facing us, and we had Overwatch on this entire face of the building on this side. So while you guys were clearing, we were kind of watching your backs, and again, that kind of goes to that cohesion thing where the other buddy team of ours continued clearing that little bit of shit off over there that wasn't much. We had already scoped it from high ground, seen there wasn't any movement or anything, so they were relatively safe moving out there with just the two of them. Obviously, if they got engaged, we were in a good position to help them out. But our primary concern was watching the face of this building. When that guy popped up, unfortunately, he was able to drop somebody, but he was engaged basically immediately by Arch, and then I was able to open up as well. But that guy got dropped pretty damn quick because guys were holding security for you while you were clearing, because this was such a big building. You needed everybody in there, but you still had a security element. So it was a mistake, but at the end of the day, it worked out because we kind of did the clearing about as properly as we can considering the numbers that we have. And so does that kind of make sense to everybody that while it was a fuck up, at least it wasn't a complete fuck up?
Roger, for Sergeant.
All right. The second thing I wanted to point out was what Specialist Price was somewhat talking about there with us getting kind of split up there. Yeah, we were a little split. Somebody was able to get in between our lines there, which was a little shitty. But what you guys ended up doing in terms of the maneuver with Alpha wheeling in behind us and coming in and like setting up on our right, that was the absolute perfect maneuver. That's exactly what I was telling Price to call you guys to do. That's exactly what I would have done in that situation. I would have done it a lot sooner, and this is why. In that situation, we were basically set up in an L. Okay, so with the split in between us, that left us vulnerable. That left our flanks vulnerable on both sides. If you guys would have just deployed smoke and dropped back and peeled around behind us like you eventually did, that draws the enemy to us. That makes them have to come to us, because Bravo was already in a great position where the enemy couldn't engage us at that point. They had to come up over defilade to get to us while you guys were maneuvering. So if they would have tried to push on you guys while you guys were maneuvering to us, they would have ran right into our barrels. And then once you guys were set up, still, if they tried to maneuver on us, they run into our barrels. So just kind of keep that in mind where you guys are in relation to the enemy. And if at all possible, don't close the ground yourself. Make the enemy close the ground on you so that you have time to set up in a good position to, you know, basically win that firefight. Is that making sense to you guys? All right. That's all I got, though. Overall, you guys did a really good job. Definitely ended quicker than I thought. And I'm guessing that's the same sentiment that Sergeant O'Connell had, because that was pretty goddamn quick. So keep it up.
Thank you, First Sergeant, and he's absolutely right. That this whole evening is
Oh shit, Rav with the 18-month resub. But thank you very much, Rav. Hopefully you're having a good night.
Part of that is because of what we're focusing here and what we're, I don't know, kind of in the gear of with training is more the execution.
You gotta
of
hit
things,
me with something?
The sort of
Should I put a blindfold on first?
How it all sort of fits
Get
together.
the fucking cuffs
I
out?
feel like, I feel like when we really pour the pressure on,
You would be great at airsoft? No, I wouldn't. I am incredibly fucking out of shape.
Decision-making process.
Compared to what I used to be, no.
Training thing, but for getting people in, and used to it.
I'd run about 50 yards and be fucking dead.
A nice pace for exercises. Sergeant Munson, go ahead with your comment.
Thank you, Sergeant O'Connell. So I got a couple things. First thing is that just back kind of near the radio tower.
Yeah, I can still touch my toes. More importantly, I can still see my dick. That's the real litmus test there. If you can still see your dick, you're good.
And then my radio traffic got cut off just by some general stuff, right? So just word of advice, if someone's trying to send it semi-important traffic like that, please just be patient, let that traffic finish unless it's so paramount, in which case make sure you break my comms, because I actually had to, in the middle of my transmission, break the comms that you broke in with, sort of, if that makes sense. So sorry if I sounded kind of mad, but I just said break kind of angrily and kept talking. And so, yeah. Second thing is that the BTR, it did get eliminated, but I felt like we didn't necessarily handle it properly because it kind of engaged Alpha first.
Yeah, I meant to ask on that. How did Alpha maneuver on that thing?
So it was, again, kind of a ham-fisted maneuver out of necessity. So essentially, it engaged us first, and we tried to pull back, but it started fucking chasing us. As that was happening, I called up, hey, Bravo's in the perfect position to maneuver on that. you know, and that never happened. I just watched you guys stand still. So I'm like, well, shit. So then me and Specialist Chris fucking basically had to ninja style it and fucking blow it up with the AT4, but I didn't really want to have to do that, and it was honestly a piss poor way of doing it. We should have, you know, worked as a team and had the other team do it.
Ninja style it?
Well, yeah.
You mean stupid?
Not necessarily. We stick to hard cover. We were smart, but you know.
So I have kind of a question on this, if you don't mind me kind of taking this over here for a second, Sergeant O'Connell.
Yeah, go ahead, for sort.
So Bravo recognized that we were in a position to maneuver on that, because I had called Price, told him, hey, if we push direct north from here, so on and so forth, or whatever the fucking wording was. Basically, I told him that we can maneuver on that fucking thing from this position and hit it in its flank. We got up close to a position to engage it, but then we were told to stop because Alpha was taking the shot. What was the thought process there? Was that your call to stop, or did that come from the squad leader?
Yeah, so I don't think I was in contact with the squad leader. I was talking to Alpha, and we maneuvered to the end of the forest, at which point I asked again if they had eyes on, because we didn't have eyes on from the end of the forest. So our
right, we still had to move further.
Yeah, so it was either go in the open or go towards this compound here. So that's why I asked Alpha if they were handling it, and I recall getting something around the lines of we're handling it. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But that's why I didn't give the order to move any closer to it. Maybe I was mistaken. I don't know.
No, that's not necessarily a mistake. I mean, you called the other team, asked if they needed help, and they said no. In that situation, if I were Alpha, I would have said yes, because you're being directly engaged by something, and you're trying to maneuver on something that's already engaging you, which isn't necessarily a great idea. You're better off sitting behind cover and letting somebody else maneuver on it, if at all possible. We could have pulled that off. We would have been exposed a little bit to this compound, yes, but we could have moved in two-man buddy teams and, so on and so forth. Had one team cover and one team maneuvering on it. But no, it's not necessarily a wrong decision. It's just, it could have been done differently. Not necessarily better, not necessarily worse. There was just other options there. So kind of keep that in mind in terms of, think through your options before committing, if you have the time, which in that situation we did have the time because we were behind cover. We weren't being engaged. Alpha was, but they could, basically sit behind cover and think through those options. So yeah, not necessarily wrong, just, try and think it through a little bit. That's all I got, though.
Yeah, that's on me. I should have recognized that Bravo had a better maneuver spot than Alpha did. So
I think Alpha had something.
So, yeah, Private Darby.
The reason that the whole BTR situation went to shit was because Bravo called up and he asked if we took the shot on the BTR yet, because he wanted to know if he could. So I asked my team, I said, have we fired on the BTR yet? They said negative. And then as I was relaying that to Bravo, I look up and I see Chris and Munson ninjing their way behind a rock, and then I tell them that we haven't taken the shot yet. And then I hear Munson say that, oh, Bravo should come around us and then fire on the BTR. And then as I was thinking about how to plan that out, as I was writing into Bravo, I started hearing the ammunition burning off in my left ear, and I'm like, oh, okay, so okay. And then that was when I told my team to just get on the line with Bravo and push towards the compound.
Ah, so it just happened too fast.
Yeah, they were really fast at jet ski is really fast at taking armor.
The more important thing here to pay attention to is, while that was just a BTR 60 or 70, whatever the fuck it was, I didn't even actually see the goddamn thing. What if that had been a BTR 80 Alpha? Or, something with basically a heavier weapon system that would have been something at a higher threat level. Then you definitely don't want to be maneuvering on that thing, because you expose yourself to it, it's gonna fuck you up. So that, like I said, it's not a mistake. It's all fine. You know, it happened very quickly, so on and so forth. Just keep in mind, especially if you recognize that another element's in a better position to do your job, essentially, let them do your job. Just fucking hunker down and hang tight. Everybody clear on that?
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, Sergeant O'Connell, I kind of took over your training there.
No, it's fine. It's one of the benefits of having you here. I have all this wisdom at my disposal.
You just fucking call me old?
I called you wise, but, you know.
Pretty sure you just called me
I'm
old.
sorry for starting.
There we go.
Doing push-ups?
Okay. Yes. All right. Any other comments, questions, concerns, or
All right, guys. We are going to wrap it up there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. We will be back at it. I believe Friday. We're going to be testing some mods tonight for some new squirrel missions, but I'm probably not going to stream that. Anyways, we'll be back at it Friday, roughly 2000 for another squad training. Thank you guys for hanging out again. Thank you for the subs and resubs and follows, so on and so forth. You guys are awesome as always, and I will see all of you later.